finishes up, maybe he'll send me a message. Well, actually, I'll send him a message right now. If I can just remember, there we go, how to do this thing. Do a Zoc thing. There we go. And now it's open on another screen, so I can just do that and type to him. Enjoying the always Star Citizen news. I mean, it is looking pretty good, the new Star Citizen stuff. England, okay, yeah, so when it gets warm in England, it's usually quite enjoyable, because I don't think you guys have quite the crazy humidity that we get down here in Florida's. And also, I think your warm isn't quite our warms. It's been like 93 degrees outside for the last 2 days, and that's Fahrenheit, by the way, not Celsius. Don't freak out. Actually, Zoc's offline on Steam. Derp. But yeah, if you haven't seen, which I assume you have, Aura Prime, the Star Citizen stuff they recently showed tons of interaction stuff, which looks awesome. You say, you know, it's like you press a button, your mouse shows up, you can click and move stuff. You know, it's like moving your character's eyes almost. How are they going to tie that into all those animations they've been talking about having? So are they going to have an animation where the character's going to lean forward and then directly animate the arm to the specific object if you're clicking in a weird direction, or is your whole character suddenly going to turn to face that? Who knows?
Hey, Ryder.
Hakim said they arrested you over the documentary.
Guess I tweaked the lion's tail too hard.
Well, what did she do exactly? Well, I hate these options. Time for a jailbreak. Let's break you out, or you did nothing wrong when I don't know what exactly has happened yet. Let's do that one, I guess.
A crowbar, some gum, a nudge from Sam, and I could get you out.
I'm right here, hero. Trust me, this is safer than exile.
You know, they've had other people in the cells. Rioters, people crying and scared. Me and my truth did that to them.
Can't give up, yeah.
So you're just going
Even
to
though this
sit
is
there?
history.
This is how your work ends?
What? No. Hell no. Maybe I could use this. Thanks for coming, Ryder. I'll send word if anything changes.
So wait, why exactly was she locked up? Can you please talk to me, Mr. Security? No? Alright. Great, that kind of went nowhere. Now we have to wait for her next interview slot. Alright, I should have scanned everything now, right?
Hey, Ryder, I'd like a moment.
Don't you dare say
Yes,
the same thing we've said
Lieutenant
20
Sykes,
times.
right?
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the people in Athens. We don't have a good sense of what we're up against and could benefit from your experience.
Oh, shit.
There's no replacement.
You'll...
That's so annoying that
Quickly
that's always the
injury
same
report.
thing. You gonna have anything to say about her in
I
that?
got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanus. What a mess.
It could have been much worse.
At least there's survivors out there. It'll be a long search, but we're damn motivated. I owe you
Four
for this,
survived,
Ryder.
that's pretty good.
They'd still be lost without you.
Oh, we can actually question about this.
There's an Asari documentarian in your cells, Gary Tavessa.
Yes, word came down that her series was frightening people. We can't afford more unrest.
But
I'm sorry, Ryder, but it was this or exile. At least this way she's safe. Now, anything
That's-
else?
Wait, did I hear that correctly?
there's an Asari documentarian in your cells, Gary Tavessa.
Yes, word came down that her series was frightening people. We can't afford more unrest.
But
I'm sorry, Ryder, but it was this or exile. At least this way she's safe. Now, anything else?
Man, these, I'm pretty irritated. I'm gonna go talk to Tan. No, I don't have other questions. Goodbye.
bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
Not
You and me
cool,
both,
Andros.
Pathfinder.
Not cool. I bet this is orders from Tan. Yeah, I don't know. I'd almost be alright with it.
Leaders reporting back.
I'd almost be alright with it. You know, you pick up an item in Star Citizen, it just floats over and then it floats back. But at the same time, since they made such a big deal about their animations and everything, I would indeed be a bit disappointed
again.
if it did just sort of float.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Wait, who's waiting for
Of
me?
course you
Oh,
approve.
God.
Ryder saved your people.
Oh,
Ryder
okay.
saved our people. It doesn't matter if they were Solarians. They were citizens of the Initiative.
I
But
did
it
it
doesn't
to
hurt
save
if
the
there's a few less
Pathfinder, not the
Krogan
random
around, does it?
Solarians.
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were discussing how things ended with the Archon.
I am sorry about them, but I did it to save the Pathfinder. Where's the option to explain my logic here? I thought we should save a Pathfinder. They have a lot of skills and training, and also with the leadership of the Nexus being dead or missing, I figured we need somebody who knows more of how this whole thing got put together. I'm gonna go with I did it.
There
I
was
had
no
to
time to
save
save
the
both.
Pathfinder.
I had to make a decision.
There have been other decisions in the past which ended in my people dying.
I'm sorry.
Maybe someday, someone will show a little sympathy. Even for just a few Krogan.
Yet
Is
I
that all
have
it
to
would've
question
taken?
what
Taken?
we gained
Damn it.
provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian.
Yeah, it would be a shame if they shortcut
Now
those
we have
animations
it,
in Star
and
Citizen.
a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
The fight is coming anyway, yeah. Also, did we ever get that blood tracker out of my skin? You know, the thing that he injected? Or did he just
If we
take
do
a sample
nothing,
and...
I guarantee there's a fight coming. The Archon's already studying how to exalt us. It's not pretty.
Still, it's better to focus on the outposts. If the Ket attack, at least our people won't be in one place.
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I can't support your plan, Ryder.
Then I
All right.
will. Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
Feeling threatened? Oh, I hear you. Chain of command bullshite. Another Pathfinder right there, on par with me.
We hear you loud and clear.
Good. That will be all.
Hello, Mythic.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way.
Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later, in the tech lab.
Does it teleport me there? Yeah, it does. Okay, I was like, it's gonna actually make me run all the way back so I can get distracted by 20,000 different things.
Sarah,
Little brother.
bring it here. Man, it's good
Forgot
to
about
finally
those
see
things.
you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad you did. It gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
We finally
Not
got another
by
Pathfinder
choice.
too.
From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
And we're waiting on the Turians to appoint
Careful.
their Pathfinder.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
Just for once,
I
take
should
it
have gone with
easy,
the
will you?
Pathfinder.
There'll still be plenty of mountains left to climb when you wake up.
Oh, better leave the tallest one for me.
I sleep.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Reika. We have a plan for Meridian. Please come by the tech lab as soon as you can.
Will do.
Okay, let's see what else she has to say.
Hey,
Oh, it's one of
You're
these.
probably wondering how things have been going.
yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe too?
Let's do a joke.
Well, the big vote is tomorrow, and I'm here to make sure every comatose patient has their say. Vote Ryder.
Ha ha. So what have you
Meridian.
really been up to?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Or I'll be captured and
that
they'll scan
all?
my brain and connect to
Nope.
Sam.
There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
You should know, Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
This is where we tell her also that,
Still trying to figure out what it all means.
my notes. Who's the... Jean Gardner or something like that? The one that founded the initiative? She died, I remember. She was murdered. Sage notes, sage and notes. Don't have her name on the notes, dag nabbit. Fail sage is fatal. Yep. Dang nabbit. Anyway. Let's see. Hello! 1R1D1UM1. Is that just Iridium then, the name?
I
I've
thought
seen
maybe
you
we could
before.
talk
It's
about
just,
Mom and Dad.
I didn't realize I never actually
What about
spoke
them?
your name. That's it. Well, let's tell her about how the
Thought you might
Daddy-O
want to
got
know how
killed, yo.
Dad died.
I've been wondering.
We didn't have
First
a plastic
planet we
bag.
landed on.
That's all it would have taken
There
to
was an
save his
atmosphere
life.
processor. It was malfunctioning. Dad managed to power it down. Saved us all. But there was an accident. My helmet broke. I couldn't breathe. And then Dad gave me his.
Literally,
He
this.
sacrificed himself.
This is all it would have taken to save your character's life. Just go, oh god! And cover up the leak. As long as there's any sort of pressure differential, it probably would have sealed it. And even if it didn't, maybe fire your blaster until it heats up and put it near it so it melts on, and boom! Problem solved. Nope, that's all it would have taken. So stupid how your character's father dies in this.
Only one of us could make it. And he didn't hesitate. He was a hero.
I remember the stories about Dad being an N7, the things people said he did in the military. I guess it was true.
You should have seen him in action. He was incredible.
Good. That's how I'll remember him then.
I don't think the benefactor would be the elusive man, because I get the feeling whoever the benefactor is came to the Andromeda because somebody actually hunted down and killed the original founding woman. So I don't think it would be the elusive man. Could be, but I don't think so.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second. I looked around for her. Then I remembered.
Dad talked about her before we left on our first mission.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't the same after she was gone.
At least they're together now.
Funny, always listen to the proclaimers when you're flying in the verse with your claimer. And hello, Orange, I didn't ignore you there. I just couldn't comprehend your strange quote. Blew up a plate. Legit blew up. Oh, I see, the plate blew up. Shattered. I hope you weren't hurt. Hope nothing else was damaged besides the plate. Proclaimers. That's a weird quote from Zoc. That's a weird quote. Very weird.
What do you remember about how they met?
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth.
And all I can think
She
of
was
is Trump
scientists working on bionic
proclaiming
implants.
stuff.
He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. And failing. But she thought it was charming and struck up a conversation. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had to ask him out.
Our dad, the ladies' man.
Then he went off to fight the First Contact War. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
Oh man, I wish they'd make a game for the First Contact War. It's such a short war and it ended peacefully. There was a little bit of combat and it would just be cool. Turians. I just want to see more Turians. I don't want to kill Turians. I just want to see more Turians, really, now that I think about it. What was Mom's work?
What do you remember about
Medical
Mom's
stuff,
biotic
right?
research?
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer, helping people cope by designing implants. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from EZO exposure.
That would be interesting if there were proclaimers like psychics in Star Citizen, NPCs you could get, which could get an idea of something in the future was about to happen. So if you had a proclaimer on your ship and you're flying your proclaimer about and you're busy salvaging something, the proclaimer could proclaim a dangerous thing is about to happen, so you could warn the ship a few seconds ahead of time, start pulling back before unnoted core explodes or something like that. That would be interesting, and that would make Zoc's quote make sense.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Giant space city filled with every kind of alien you could imagine. I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. It was no fair because they could float. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
Alright, the Hanar were also supposed to be on that other ship, like the Volus and the Quarians, as well as some Drell, you know, sort of the Drell were their servants. Since the Hanar saved the Drell. And I miss the Hanar now. Words. Ha. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickles. Sally collected seashells by the seashore. My mother told me... I don't know that one.
Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay.
I would walk
still be on Earth for all I
500
know.
miles and
But yeah,
500
before we went into
more.
stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least the idea of it.
Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. An Irish wristwatch is what I bought at the Irish... No, I can't think of any other twisters with Irish and wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. You have to pause. You can't just say it right away, though, or else it will twist you. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wrist... It comes out as Iris. Anyway, what part of your life are you missing?
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a
it's
special
impossible without pause.
exoarchaeology unit, fully funded and sanctioned by the Alliance. My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts and learn whatever we could from them.
Irish
Things hadn't
wristwatch.
gone sour, it would have been a great life.
Irish wristwatch. Wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Irish wristwatch. Nope. Okay, enough of that. Tried
What was
enough
wrong with how
times.
things really
Happy
were?
Orange.
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure I'll ever fill the hole she left. And Dad, it hurt him more than he let on. Plus, his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying to save her, and maybe the Initiative looked the other way, but the Alliance didn't. After they
Damn you.
discharged him, whenever people found out I was his daughter, door slammed in my face.
Ouch.
Being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Oh, I guess it's a good thing we came to in a whole nother galaxy. Alright, bye-bye.
Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
It won't be much longer.
Hey, if the
At
doctor
least take
says...
some pictures of Meridian
Doctor
for me.
says.
I can pretend I was there.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm sure this whole place is going to be attacked sooner or later by the Ket, and who knows, they might take you there.
I'm
Hello!
glad to see you and your sister back together finally.
What's her prognosis? Thanks for helping out. Thanks for helping out. Let's be
I
positive.
appreciate you looking out for Sarah.
Your family's been through enough. It was time you had some good news. Though we need to keep her around for observation. Give her time to recover.
Yeah, I can't be expected to say a tongue twister in another language I don't even know. But sissy, isisisa. So many S's there. I've never. It's just my eyes want to see it as only S's. The new Lenny face thing is a hot dog, huh? Alright. Alright, well, that's all we got.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
I'll be here if you need me.
I don't think we have anything else to do in this area. So we can go ahead and head back to the main... What? Why are we seeing this outside the window? We should not be seeing this outside the window. This is like the same thing we saw when we first came here. The galaxies in the distance, or the nebula, seems very flat. We're not in that area. Okay, anyway, what else do we have here? I think that's it, right? No, we've already been there. Operations. No, yes, operations. We have one more quest, I think, to drop off.
After the human Pathfinder negotiated an agreement between protesters and Nexus officials. Tensions reached a boiling point after protesters complained their families were being kept in stasis in favor of sleepers with political connections. This is HNS.
Okay, so I think we had something to drop off to... Oh, there's Sid. I don't think we have a quest to talk to her, but we'll talk to her in a second. So one of you guys, the mining people? Yes?
Pathfinder.
I've heard your reports. You're getting good intel.
It's still like pulling teeth to confirm anything out here, but I'm getting by, thanks.
Alright, that was nothing.
Talk to you later, Davis.
Goodbye.
I'll be here.
Alright, Sid, you have anything to say before I move on? I love their coats so much. It is a bit of a shame that their bodies, the male and female, are completely the same model. Seriously, I can't even talk to Sid at all. No. Game. Disappointed in you, game. My day is going alright. I actually got a video up. I recorded it 3 times yesterday, that video I just put up today. Was not happy with the first 2 takes. Wasn't particularly pleased with the third one because I flubbed one word and just wasn't quite feeling it. I also had a bunch of variants of that hover tank I put out there that I forgot to show in this latest recording that I showed in the first 2, but I figured, you know what? Third time, let's just put this version out there. It's pretty quick. It has a combat scene in it that the other 2 didn't. It'll do. It'll do. So, hover tank, Space Engineers build out there.
The initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though Director Jaren Tan has provided a few details.
Let's just press M real quick. Nothing else here. Okay. Huh. Seriously? Was that an LOD we just saw? Where we were zoomed out far enough it LOD down the map? It's hilarious.
Without Gene, we wouldn't be here. But now that we are here, we need to focus on surviving before we can celebrate.
Now I got Solarians going through here. That's cool. I love that they actually have people coming through. It's a nice little touch.
Welcome to the Nexus. Name?
Welcome to the
Everin. Let me see. Your medical scan's all clear. The waiting room is that way.
Thank you. Very efficient. Our first circle's going to love it here.
You came with the whole first circle of your clan?
Not everyone. Only 70 or so. They're somewhere in the line. I haven't seen my cousins, though.
I'm sure they'll find enough chairs. Next?
Gene Garrison was the one that founded the Nexus. The initiative.
Scan, please.
Here. They said I look great. Not a scratch on me. Not like... Do we even know how many people we lost?
I couldn't say, sir. You're clear to go.
Go where?
Next.
Sucks. Somebody's not happy. She's got a busy job, doesn't she?
I'm Gene Garson, founder of the initiative.
Hi, I'm Gene Garson. I was murdered in those hotel rooms over there.
Don't I know you?
Yes. Resh Faray? I came through before.
Did the doctors check out that stomach trouble?
They did. I'm all better now. Here's my new scan.
They're requesting another week for observation. I'm afraid I can't clear you.
But I've already spent all that time in quarantine. Don't you know what we went through to get here?
I'm sorry, sir. It's for everyone's protection.
I can't leave. I can't go on the Nexus.
Next.
What do you mean you can't go on the Nexus? Okay, you're just stuck in quarantine, you're saying. Well, guess what? What happened to you is the reason why you're trapped here. Because just how dangerous and terrible that was. You could be infected with special alien space virus designed to kill everybody. Holy crap, that is some That does not look good down there. I like the way it's like there's a huge city out there, but it just feels so fake and bland. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead. Instead of staring at one of our favorite Turians that just pokes at a console, let's go ahead and not talk to our other favorite Turian. Let's talk to this. Nope, you're just standing behind a little wall for some reason. Let's go ahead and hop back on our ship.
The Angara have their own problems, and we're newcomers in their cluster. We need to work at this.
I tried.
That's Solaria joke.
We headed out soon?
Yep. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, into the ship. Yes, ship. I don't know what happens when a potato manifests an intelligence. And how does that happen? Is it only when you plug a super advanced AI into it that it used to run an operational testing facility? Or are there other ways that a potato could become intelligent?
Ryder.
Pathfinder,
you have new email.
Oh, email from Vetra. That was quick. Okay, this is from Vetra. This is from... Oh, Moshasefe. Okay, wait a minute. Was I supposed to be that other Solarian for the main mission back on the ship in the tech lab area? Sage, you derp. Okay, don't worry, Sid didn't do something reckless this time, as far as I know. Okay, don't worry, Sid didn't do anything reckless this time, as far as I know. I just found something cool on Kadara. Want to meet me there? I'll send the nav point as an attachment. Kadara. Okay, that's cool. Like a date, woo! Jal. Express that you wish to meet with Axul. Okay, and this is from Moshe Safa. It has been a long time since he and I spoke. He was so changed by the Ket. It was difficult to talk to him, but perhaps enough time has passed, and together we can reason with him. I've arranged to meet at a laboratory on Aya. Please come at your earliest convenience. Okay. Sulphur Springs on Kandara. Alrighty, let's see. And, yeah, there's another quest here. Maybe we shouldn't do the Meridian quest. That might be kind of the very end of the game. So let's do a little bit of poking about. We still haven't done, like, most people's loyalty missions. Suntaran seems like the easiest to roleplay as if you keep the helmet on, though. Let's see. None of these are actually showing, like, what quests they have when I mouse over them, which is, well, honestly a bit annoying. We could do that thing with Vetra and Kadara. Oh, now we had to travel all the way there. Jesus, that was a... assuming we were, again, looking at the front of our ship, that was quite the drift sideways and then turn. And nothing anomalous. Wait, I thought I saw something. It was just our UI blinking. Alright. Spam tab to get there nice and quick like. I don't think we ever fought one of those giant sandworms on Kadara, did we?
Now orbiting Kadara.
I don't think we did. Search for Elgita and then the Vectra thing. So, let's go ahead and do those nice and quickly. Landing in something, they're just standing here next to it. Okay. And we do have a quest thing in here, right next to us. And that would appear to be... Oh, how did I get on that screen? That would appear to be it. Yes, indeed. Alright. So hello, person with the quest. How are you doing?
Hey, you two. Get back to work.
Vectra, keep walking, asshole. This stuff's mine.
Need something?
Hey!
I was told you could help me find an Angara named Lieta.
No can do.
Why not?
Why not?
I was generously compensated to keep my mouth shut. I'm a man of my word. I'm sure you
And
understand.
how much do we have to pay, She paid you to stay quiet. You're talking about it, which means you're willing to
Not
talk.
my job to ask questions.
If we pay
She
you
wouldn't
more.
have told me anyway. We weren't exactly friends, but she treated me like a stranger the day she left. I shouldn't be telling you this. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Alright, how much do you want? I got tons of in-game money.
I'm a good friend to have. You help me, and I'll help you.
Go on.
Money.
I can bend Sloane's ear. That's worth more than credits.
Oh, I didn't want to...
Sold. I can't tell you
Disappointing.
where she went. I can't stop you from taking a peek at my doc records either. Especially if you knew the passcode is 1837.
1837.
Thanks.
I don't know what you mean.
1837.
Thanks for your time.
Back to work.
1837. That's the research center.
To save my life.
Hey, Ryder.
Hey, I'm looking for a console here. I have to enter 1837 into.
That guy's the Charlotte.
Upstairs? That ahead, apparently.
Thought it would be someone more.
Oh, this is it? No. Tim, the Pathfinder. The one who finds paths. Petra, help me find this person. Oh, there we go. 37.
The records say Lieta went to Aya for recovery. She was injured.
It must have been bad if she
Another-
was sent to Aya.
What happened on Eladin?
There's a resistance med center on Aya. That's where we'll find answers.
Boo. Boo. Alright, time to talk to Vetra. Hello, Vetra. You have your awesome armor on, and I'm just in my standard stupid civvies.
Careful, Ryder.
Navy.
You helped Sloane keep her grip on Kadara, but that doesn't mean she owes you anything.
She does. Anyway, if she does give us trouble, we'll just blast her. Even though it's kind of stupid that I'm running around without my armor on when everyone else has theirs on.
I'm okay, Mom. Promise. Thanks for looking
Don't
out for
do the
me.
mom thing.
Please don't call
No.
me Mom. That's just creepy.
No, yeah, don't do that. That's not cool.
Watch out for those crates. Fragile stuff.
What's in them? I am
What sort
questioning.
of fragile stuff?
Electronic components, vials of medicine, things like that.
For the Nexus?
No.
Absolutely. This will go
Really?
a long way. Hey, Ryder.
Oh, that's it. Okay, well, what's this other quest we have for this zone then? So meet her somewhere. But if I go anywhere, it's going to presumably have her in my team already. So how are we meeting anyone anywhere? This is on Kadara, which I've gone blind to. These assignments, allies and relationships. Okay, come on. Okay, so PB secret project. Oh wait, okay. So I'm guessing that isn't the final mission. Then going to the thingamajig will be captured, and they'll find something else. They'll find the Nexus, and they'll blast it to bits, and then we'll have to recover from there. Okay, so where do we go? Go out into the wild. Roger that. Yeah, take a look down. We already got our guns we want, right? I think so. And then for you, again, why don't you tell me which slot you have new stuff in? Game. Silly. Okay, loading screen, that's cool. It can take a while. I won't complain. I got a drink. I don't. Barely anything. Okay. Sulfur Springs on Kadara. Woo-doo-doo-doo. Hey Joel, you get to come with us. Congratulations. Actually, in theory, I should bring an Asari. Is in theory, they don't really mind much anybody being around. What am I thinking? I'm thinking in a nonsensical manner. I find it odd that Asari will date other species, when in theory, they should be sexually attracted to only the female form if their species is only female forms. Otherwise, it makes you wonder, did they attempt procreation with other species on their planet? Or is it only sentient species? I mean, they say they're the first ones to have discovered the Citadel, so maybe they just been around so long they've gotten used to having different peoples around. Anyway, my logic is that, well, if they're used to seeing different species around, Jaw might be the one that would get the weirded out the most, because his species is, well, not exactly on friendly terms with any of the natural species in this area. So it would make sense that we bring the species that wouldn't object to, oh, let's just stand over here and watch if I start hanging out with Vedra. Yeah, we got upgrades. Happy days. Of course, that's probably way too much more logic than I should ever put into anything in this game.
Phoebe, you okay? You were making a face.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm still finding sand from Eos in my pants.
Your pants? Oh. Anyway, Z to disable stability mode. What the heck does that do? Also, let's check where the heck we're going. There's probably a fast travel point like 2 feet away. Alright. Combat can't fast travel right now. Okay.
Get ready to fight!
How is that guy not dead? He literally went like 20 feet, 40 feet, max, maybe even 60 feet into the air. Hello, Exploding Peanut Games. What's your name? Yes, I can see sand doing that, but you think laundry? You know, somebody wash it maybe? Also, this vehicle is much shinier than I remember. Are we out of combat now? Can we fast travel 10 feet? Yes. Yeah, good fight. Really, the game should just be like, okay, you won, you smash those guys. You can drive the car around and do the damage. Oops, right click. Alright, and maybe stay in the car.
This is it. Can't wait till you see the view.
Hold on. I'm going to run away, and that way I can maybe save, just in case I do anything I really regret. I like the save scum. I know it'll make a save slot pop open if we blast a few people real quick. Alright, that'll clear a save spot. Enemies of the universe! Present yourself for weapons fire. Wow, they're a lot farther away than I thought. Can we still... Oh, I still can't save. Let's see, can I... Not gonna give me a reason why I can't either? Great. Let's just try to make a shot. 1 in a million shot, huh? That was a miss. Can't even tell where the bullets are hitting. I think they're hitting like way down on the ground. Yeah, screw that. That's not working. Alright, we'll just not be able to save right here. And if things go terribly wrong, hopefully there'll be an autosave where we won't regret everything. Holster weapon. Bum-ba-da. Holster weapon. Bum-ba-da-da-da. Alrighty. Talk with Vetra, who's supposed to already be here, but we brought her in our team, so oops. Go back to the car.
You were right. The view is great from up here.
We're not even to the top yet. Come on, I'll race you. And no jump jets. We're doing it the old-fashioned way.
What do I get if I win?
What would you like?
That seems so direct. The hero's prize plus love. I'm just not a very direct human being. I mean, That doesn't always guarantee a win, right? I want to click that because of the heart icon, but does that always guarantee a win? The hero's prize plus love. Love's always good. Or is I get to choose? Games. You're so silly, games. I'd go. I get to choose? This just feels so much more genuine. What happens if I crash my game right now? Yeah, oops. I hate not being able to save before something like that. So, there is running. Sage can always run. Sage can crash his game if he thinks he needs a save point before something. Oh, shite. See, this is why I'm currently single, because I panic and overthink everything. Okay, let's see, Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda, close. Alright, so now I can relaunch the game. Well, then I'll have to live with the cutscene choices, but who knows? We'll find out. Well, can you claim it's Mass Effect if you go for a Turian? They don't. I am a little bit disappointed with the Turian male and females being the exact same character models, as well as the fact that, of course, you know, Turian Mass Effect 1 and 2 promised such incredible hips, which didn't happen. What the hell, game? Launch. There we go. Okay, now the game will launch, and hopefully we won't have that long loading thing again. Everyone buffering? Did I cause some massive issue by doing the Alt F4 there? Come on, game. Load up. Load. 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 Thank you. That didn't help. Magic of snappy fingers never works. It's only ever worked once in my whole life, I think. Snappy fingers actually made something happen in a timely manner. Oh, it's Zoc. Zoc! Zoc, I love the money, but it should not always be from you, Mr. Zox. It should not always be from you. If you were getting paid, you know, like Merrick levels of money, I would gladly take all of your monies on. The hot dog thrusting is. Okay, well, looks like the game didn't go crazy. Chasing the Archon's obsession. I don't know what that is. What is this? Is this a comic? Is this DLC? Is this... Oh, it's multiplayer stuff. Thanks for telling me, game. Thanks for telling me what it was instead of just having an icon down there. Oh, Zoc gets lots from subs. Well, I'd like to get... Well, I don't have subs, do I? Never mind. If I had that, okay. Character class, Turian human... Wait, what? Turian soldier humans... is out of date and needs to be reset. All skill points retained. Okay. Sure. What's new? Turian Agent is now available in the multiplayer store packs. Okay, there's a new rifle and new equipment. Okay, let's select. I'm selecting stuff behind the message. Good job, game. Alright. Don't mean to be in multiplayer. That was not our objective. Yeah. Stream setup upgrades. Awesome to hear. So do you have... I know you have a green screen. A green screen. My ability to speak has unfortunately degraded recently, Zoc. It's a nightmare. But I know you have like a green screen now, right? Or do you have one of those other... What do you call it? Is the newest camera, like the C90 from Logitech that tells depth. Is that how you chroma key out yourself? I panicked out of the romance option. I don't know what to do there. I am such a coward. It's like, click the romance option, or click the other one that seems more like what I would actually say, which I would think is green screen. What? I'm not sure I'll ever get a green screen, because I have my desk set up with all this space. If I was to do a green screen, I would have done it when my desk used to be against that wall, but I want the space for VR stuff still, so... yeah. Okay, you use a green screen. Groovy. Now let's see, can we save here? Yay! Okay. La 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 la. Oh look, Vetra's supposed to be standing over there, and then we're gonna climb up a mountain. Which is funny because our in-game system
Here
just
we
told
are.
us
You ready?
about climbing a mountain. Don't climb all the mountains without her. Do the romance. Okay, Orange says do the romance. I will click the romance option. Even though I think the other bottom right option is what I would have gone for, because it's just, okay, you take charge because I'm Mr. Coward Sage in these positions.
You were right. The view is great from up here.
I don't have carpet
We're not
in
even
here.
to the top yet. Come on, I'll race you. And no jump jets. We're doing it the old-fashioned way.
What do I get if I win?
What would you like?
I get to choose. Yeah, I like the idea of her being in charge because, yeah. Fine. Cheese
The
ball.
bad guy defeated, a magic sword, and the girl?
Good thing you're losing then. I don't have a magic sword.
Yay! see, if it told me what he was actually going to say, I would have been alright with that. I'm going to fall. She's going to have to save me, right? I'm going to have to click something quick here. Don't do it. No. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to cheat. I'd only use the jump jet if I was going to fall. See, what I would have done is, like, do something risky. Do I regret? I don't know. See, I would have done something risky, and then when I fell, use the jetpack. Ryder!
Having fun?
I should have used the jetpack. Now I'm embarrassed.
You look like you're having fun. Hey. Is this real?
Oh, it's
yeah,
a video
I think
game.
this guy's real.
No. This. How you are towards me. It's like you care more than a friend. I don't mind if it's no. I just want to be sure it gets messy otherwise.
Sorry, just playing. Oh, I'll just go with the it's real. I haven't clicked any romance options with anybody else. Only she had proper Turian hips like Mass Effect 1 and 2 promised.
I do care about you.
I'd very easily click the button.
More than a friend.
Really? I didn't want to assume. Seems so unlikely.
Oh, I get that option? Why not? I'll click it. It's different. And my nose clips into Turian face.
I'm convinced.
Alrighty. Well, that's that. Now we're back here. We're back in the car, and let's imagine PB. So we climbed up, let's say there, and had a little time up there. PB sat down in the car. Now we've come back down. Now the question
You're
is.
not a Turian citizen, are you?
Oh, hold
I
on.
just realized you weren't on the Natanis, and you don't act like them.
You're right. I'm not a citizen. I was taken from Palaven real young. Didn't even get to boot camp. A real Turian might look down at me. And so, you know, I'm using my mother as the example of real Turian. I don't remember much about Palaven, but I remember her. She always looked like she was shitting a tank.
Ew.
That's what? Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming the other person, PB, was just down in the car, like, okay, they're having fun, and so now it comes down to what did we do up there? If it was just that, just a kiss, okay, nothing. If anything else, there might be smells coming down from the mountain, and nothing else. There's going to be the smell of sweat just from the climb. So that's all something unique, I'd say. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We should drive to that cave real quick. Let's see. Go to the cave. Hey, hello. Zoid Industries. Almost reminds me of Zorg. Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel's company. Wasn't that Zorg Industries? Did it have industries or was it just Zorg? Derp. Well, I'm glad they had that much in the game. I did hear people complain that any romance, anything with Vetra, they didn't actually show
The
her
Outlaws
without the
built some
armor.
kind of tech. They'll be looking to defend it.
Yeah, all I see is one giant beast, not the Outlaws. Oh, there's a sniper down there. Yeah, we'll skip him. We're going to that cave over there. Zoidberg. Not Zoidberg, it's Zoid Industries. Okay, what else was I thinking?
Nice work.
Lost my train of thought completely. It's gone. Alright, yes. Still don't get to see a terrain without armor or gear. And like I said, it is a shame that their male and females all have the same exact bodies in this game. Again, it's just the head ridges pretty much and slight facial changes. Also wish Sid wasn't so tall, because you always hear Sid's as Vetra's little sister, and then you finally see her and it's like, alright, yeah, I forgot you're Turian, you're like 7 feet tall. Forgot about that. Ah, look at this. Looks like they're not going to be hostile to me. Interesting. Does this mean I can clear them out now? All the people I was hanging out with? Oh no, they're these beasts. Dang it. Ignore me. I'm not here. There's doors. Are just going to be locked now? Or will we still be able to get back in? Aha! So what's going to be in the collective base now that we betrayed their collective boss man? Aha, they are hostile now. Interesting. Hello, I wasn't sent here on a mission. I'm just here because, well, I'm here. Prepared to suffer and I'll die terribly.
Outlaws! Keep a lookout!
Ugh. Oh yeah, the dev team behind this game has not been disbanded, but they've been assigned to different projects. So instead of, you know, making more stuff for it or much of that, the majority of them are now working on different things. Which is a bit of a shame because even though the game did have, well, a massive amount of animation flaws, if you saw earlier when I was playing it maybe a month ago now, there was a point where I got teleported when I talked to Vetra from one part of the ship to another part of the ship. And just the conversation carried on like nothing happened, like we were just in another room a minute ago. Bunch of animation glitches. Besides that, the story's decent. I mean, I give the story like a 6 or 7. Like, on average, the stories and stuff in the game are a 6 or 7 out of 10. So, decent. Not as good as like Mass Effect 1 or 2, but not atrocious. Now, the dialogue options themselves, I would probably put around a 4 a lot of times. At least when it's anything serious story related. You know, like the dialogue we just had with Vetra up there, that was alright. That'll work pretty well. I still wish it told you what each button really was going to say in detail. But, oh, I've been zapped again. Where'd they go? Alright. But a lot of times, it's just asks you to make choices really, really quickly without being able to ask questions about things. It's like, okay, you just met this super alien AI, which is like 1,000 years older. Well, at least like 80 years older. What was it? Where'd the notes go? Stop it. Maybe 10 years old, maybe a couple hundred years old, who knows. The dates in the game, that's another thing that doesn't seem to line up. They talk about the remnant structures being 600 years old. But then they're talking about the Ket having only showed up 75 years ago, yet they've somehow devastated everything. And the Scourge only being 200 years old. It's like, okay. Okay, some of this isn't adding up. Or the AI was apparently 500 years old. That the city sunk in. It's like, wait a minute, so you lost the city before the Scourge even showed up? How did this happen? Unlock holding cells. Yeah. Like that, right? Yeah.
That's it for now.
And we killed Crux, I think. Which is a very similar name to the other villain we were fighting at one point. Is there anybody in here that's we've now freed? Or have they executed all the prisoners? Oh.
Holy shit.
Corpses. Of course. Couldn't be tech or something useful.
We've been in here before. They were just battling people. Now it's just dead people. Lots. There. Now can I scan it?
Each was killed by a single blast to the back of the head.
So they were executed. No surprise there.
Bugger. Yeah, I guess we could have tried to save them earlier, but I wasn't sure if we really wanted the, which side we wanted to be on at that point. Then we found out that the, Collective were a bunch of cheating asshats. If they were going to have their one-to-one battle like the Collective suggested, 100% would have been behind whoever won it. But then they had a sniper get in the way. So, yeah, I didn't go for the Collective then. And the sniper took their shot, too. Alright, yeah, like I said, the dialogue is probably its weakest point when it comes to serious quest things. Like the 500-year-old AI, which you walk up to it, one of your Angaran alien buddies is like, we have to take it back to our people. And it's like, don't you touch me, I'll kill you if you touch me. He's like, take it back, zaps the person, and then the game instantly goes, okay, kill the AI, or let the AI kill the dude. It's like, why didn't we get to ask 300 questions here before we suddenly tried to remove the AI that is suddenly suicidal? Yeah, I'm gonna let it kill the guy. 500-year-old AI, only source of history for the alien species for some stupid reason? Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice one human. Void. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then it's like, right after that, it's like, okay, make the choice. Do you take this, do you keep this AI for yourself, or do you give it to the aliens? What is this? Why can I not, you know, negotiate with the aliens and see what their opinion on this is? Why is it that suddenly I have to choose? My game keeps putting my weapons away even though I'm still fighting. I don't understand that. That was not right. So yeah, things like that. A lot of times the game just doesn't let you ask questions. It's just like, okay, act now. It's like, why are these my only two choices, and why can't I ask questions about this? I would never do this in real life. I would say, nope, we're all coming back to base camp with me, and we'll talk this out there. That's my biggest gripe with this game, honestly. That the animations, they have improved. If there's a video I saw online yesterday, it was on a Reddit, I think Reddit Gaming, where they showed a bunch of stuff where they'd improved the animations in the beginning part of the game and made the female writer default character a little bit less of a derp fest. They have improved it a bit. This better not trigger a dialogue thing. Okay. And this seems like we got an enemy stuck behind a wall. That's always cool. I haven't gotten that far in the Expanse. I only saw the first season. I need to see more, but money's short, and haven't bothered to log into like the Bright House Networks Sci-Fi Channel link or whatever to go ahead and watch said things free on there. Something fishy's going on with the Andromeda Initiative, and I'll tell you this, if we don't get answers before the end of this game, I will be very disappointed.
Fire-roasted spider beetle is the best thing.
Wouldn't touch that even if I could digest it.
Well, no one from the Milky Way can really digest it, but trust me, the consequences are so worth it. Also, the roasting doesn't actually kill the beetle, it just makes it angry enough to spit. Literally. A
So
meat
what,
that
it's
makes
the
its own
spit that's
gravy.
enjoyable?
It was amazing.
Right.
And somehow I want to eat this less than when you first started talking about it.
And also, if you can't digest it, does it die, just suffocate in your digestive system, and you poop out a worm? Or a beetle, I guess? Or does it survive, and suddenly you got this angry larva worm beetle crawling out of your intestines? I don't like that. Bang, clang, bang, bang. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now if we talk to Vetra, does she say
Hands
anything?
off. Those are... Hey, Ryder.
Nope. No, these are the super... This is so stupid. Super long doors. Long enough for load in a new area. A new area that has... It's just itty-bitty. It's just this tiny area over that big building there. That's it. That's all fake. Stupid. Alright, and we don't have anything to do here, so let's go back to our ship. Through another long loading door. Look at this. It's silly. Hold on a second, too. There's a window here. Everything and everyone is still there. What's the point of these long doors? Nonsense. Orange. Oh man. And then you eat it again. Alright, let's go back to the Tempest. I could have sworn they said you were going to be able to be on your ship while it's landed on the planet. Yeah, it's better than a loading screen, but it doesn't seem like it needs a loading screen when it's like not got anything to load. It's like 3 tiny sections. When you can go up a massive lift in a game and no loading screen there, it's nutties. Nutties, Nutter Butters. Nice sound work though.
Hello?
Hello. What an introduction. Hello. Oh, I was thinking about what it would come out when I was talking about it way earlier.
Now orbiting Kadara.
No sound in space. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you gotta have a little sound to have a little fun. That could have gotten so much worse if I said that even just a little bit more odd. Alright, let's see. I think it was Aya to track down that one person. Now, keep going back to the same stupid planets. It was like all these new things that started adding and we still haven't been able to go there. Alright, I think what we're going to do after this planet fall is we're going to go back to the main quest. Arcade mode, yeah, there you go. That's why we can hear sound in space. Oh look, we have quests here. Yep. Oh my god, we have lots of quests here. Holy crap. I get the feeling we haven't been here in a long time. Yeah, let's go. I get the odd feeling we maybe should have returned to this planet a couple dozen hours ago. I mean, Star Citizen's got sound in space. I don't know, I have such mixed feelings on it because it can make it really awesome when you get like the everything sort of enclosed thudding sounds. But also, Star Wars. Look at Star Wars, all the sound in space, like especially the prequels, the sound in space of those Naboo ships flying about was always so cool. I'm probably going to stream for another hour, maybe 2. You know, if I end up getting really hooked into it, maybe longer. If Lad comes and yells at me that, Daddy, I need you right now, I'll probably just get off tonight instead of like what I did last time where, you know, I basically, Zoc and Scott messaged me and said, yo, we need you from Pulsar. I was like, I'm there! And then Lad was like, but Daddy! And I felt really horrible for that. Not taking care of Lad properly that day, so. The day if Lad shows up, I'm probably just going to end the stream at that time. Luckily it's midday and that puppy usually likes sleeping at midday. Alright.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
We found them, they all blew
Your people
up.
caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life too.
Don't worry, we hunted down the scavengers.
Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
What is this? I'm afraid so. No, they were from the Nexus. I don't remember. Why doesn't it say parentheses lie or... I think they were from the Nexus. I'm 90% sure they were from the Nexus because I remember them being on Kadara and it was like, do you think they'll surrender? No, I don't think so. And we went past that point like 50 times. So I'm going to say no, they were from the
criminals
Nexus.
were my people.
Exiles. I've
They
dealt
ripped your
with them.
satellites into scrap.
And by dealt
I
with
brought
them,
what's
I
left.
mean killed
The
them.
initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill.
Agreed.
Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
We're not all bad, but some of them were. I killed them.
These were a few bad people. There are thousands of good ones out there.
How can we tell the difference? Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Fucking lame.
Sorry to hear things went south with that Angaran astronomer rider. Found a silver lining, though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Great.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it.
I can't talk
I
to you.
know I shouldn't blame you. It's just... I'm sorry. Please go.
Alright, hopefully you'll get over it in time. But that, it sounds much more understanding there than I did a second ago. Hello! Your species looks so much cooler here. Look how much more, like, upright they are. And their shoulders aren't, like, 3 miles wide and stuff. And then you come to the actual ones, and they're just like, yeah, we look like really screwed up Draenei from World of Warcraft and stuff. And with crazy humanoid bodies. Except for our females don't have any curvature, really. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. I think we messed around with Lad once with a laser pointer, and he kind of went, what are you doing? Why are you pointing a light at the ground? But, like, that's literally all he did, is just looked at the laser dot, and then looked back at me like, okay, what about it? Like, he was just like, yeah, it's a dot on the ground. I think you might be doing it. He really did not care.
You remember when the Ket arrived?
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared. Why my father mourned for months.
Because he was turned into a cat. One of these days we're probably going to find a cat that's like, I still remember. Because remember we found that one audio log or whatever? I think it was a text log that said he was having flashbacks of places that he was going to. He's like, I remember this place from somewhere. I don't understand. It was the strategy.
Why kill an ambassador and risk retaliation?
They told us it was retaliation for Havarl's attack on their envoy. Havarl received the same story. But in that one, we were the aggressors. We were so busy blaming each other. We were divided when the Ket launched their assault.
So the Ket confused them into thinking they killed each other's people. Interesting. So one group would send somebody over to this group, but on the way there, they would get killed by the Ket, and this group would send somebody over there and they'd get killed by the Ket, and then somebody would report back that they were killed, and say, it wasn't the Ket that killed them, it was the people we were sending to talk to, we've been betrayed. And yes, I have a pet. I have a pet named Lad. I will find picture of Lad real quick. I love my little Ladwick. Yeah, I have to find it real quick, or else he'll actually come in here, and then, oh, away I will go, because that puppy dog will be like, Daddy, Daddy, we must go outside. Daddy. That's my pup. That's Ladwick. Ladwick von Winkart. Meine Hündchen. He's such a wonderful dog. I was laying on the, it was his bed today. He's got a queen-size bed that basically is his. And he, I usually take a nap with him sort of midday for an hour or two. Didn't today. I just couldn't get comfortable enough, and he kept rotating about a bit, like, no, I don't really want to snuggle today. But, of course, whenever he doesn't want to snuggle, he'll either just rotate, or he'll stand up, walk 2 feet away, and lay back down. Because he's like, well, I still want to be by you. And yesterday he made my morning. Because I was laying with him on his chair. He has a chair he sits on and he looks out the window. I was laying there with him, you know, I usually browse my phone with my head against him, using him almost as a pillow. And I decided to get up and go sit on the couch next to my mother while browsing the internet, listening to the news. And he gets up, walks over from me, just starts crying and whining like crazy. I'm like, okay, what do you want? And he goes and hops up in the chair. He just wanted me to continue sitting with him. That's all he wanted. So that made my morning. I just sat there and hugged him for probably half an hour to an hour.
To hear my experience with the Ket, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
Love that dog.
I had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
What's not? None of these really give us more information. I want more information. Okay, I guess this is the way of saying so
The
they
enemy
take
uses
care of.
confusion to take advantage of the vulnerable.
Many shuttles obeyed that false order. Those people were never seen again.
Messed up. Cat are smart though, like that.
After what Eos was like, this is paradise.
Stuck.
Stuck. We can't settle here.
Koreans are just too damn cool. Sorry. They're my favorite alien species I think that I've ever really seen. Armor merchant! Oh, I think Vetro's arguing.
Always welcome here. Have a look. I'm sure you'll find something to your taste.
They all say, new armor is always nice.
Can't
Let's
hurt
see
to
what
be
you have to
prepared.
sell.
Maybe you've got something I'm looking for.
I just want to talk to you before. Hey, how you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and sell the crap we got. What? You thought I was actually gonna buy stuff from you? Don't be so silly. Chest piece. So this is actually an almost interesting looking piece, but I still don't think we're gonna use it because we have all of our sniper bonuses. And we want to keep our sniper bonuses. Chest, legs, combat, and headshot weak spot. Again, so stupid that doesn't show you what you have equipped in here. You know, with like a gigantic green check mark or blue check mark, since I already got a green one to indicate selling it. That way you can compare stuff while you're selling. Nothing else to sell. What about guns? Do we have another sniper rifle? We do! Again, I would like to be able to compare stuff. Silly game. Silly game. Alright. Just making sure, going through all these, make sure what we got that's new is just stuff nothing we want to sell necessarily. Are you wish to exit? No! Let's do a confirm trade. And then we'll exit. Petro, who are you talking to?
I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me.
Missing something
I can't tell
crucial.
if they're fascinated or
I'll probably have
afraid.
it.
Wait, what? You can just keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid or in love. I was scared. I was never scared of Turians. I always thought they were the coolest dang thing in the world. Stay on your best behavior. Or in love. Is this a new option? Cheese ball!
Maybe they've all got huge crushes on you.
Ryder, that's a little far-fetched.
I don't think so. Everyone wants a spiky girlfriend.
Sure, Ryder.
That's cute. Even though I think that was supposed to be something you could click ages ago. Okay, store's open. So the way it didn't trigger anything at first, I thought it was not going to do anything. Okay, so we also buy some of these modules. Like, do they have their own slot here for modules? They don't, do they? Ah, augmentations. There we go. Maybe it'll such augmentations to gun, development progress. Just tip to like buy everything just so we have it. Weapon damage. Kinda cool. Do that. One mod slot, that's a nifty thing. Yeah, why not? Okay, and then I'm just double checking. You don't have anything else of value. Cool, good. Goodbye. Hey now. Bye. Also, a new quest over here. You've never seen Mass Effect? Like, not Mass Effect 1, 2, 3? Or just never Mass Effect Andromeda? Because, ow. Have I played the Turing test? If I have, no. Definitely catches my attention. Oh wow, that's way down there. We missed that. We'll talk to the counselor, whatever, right here. Never. Okay, Mass Effect is sort of, originally it was more of like a Star Trek based almost game, you know, where they took a lot of inspiration about exploring the stars and communication. As it's gone on, it's become more combat. The original Mass Effect, you're an N7 operative, basically like a Marine, and you end up through a series of unfortunate events, ending up in command of your own ship, and you basically get a part of the Milky Way galaxy to explore. And on your way, you end up talking to, meeting, and fighting an assortment of different alien species. And there is something called the Citadel, where most of these alien species actually are on a council. So they all work together in sort of a gigantic galactic government. But they all have their own capital worlds and stuff. Pretty awesome. And then this game is where a group of them have actually gone to another galaxy. Which, time-wise, it's sort of set between Mass Effect 2 and 3, because one of the overarching plots of the original 3 Mass Effect games are there are these Reapers, this ancient species coming to wipe out all organic life for no good reason at all. Spoiler on that last part, but yeah, it's overall I would highly suggest Mass Effect 1 and 2, and Mass Effect 3, you can take it or leave it, or just look up, you know, the bit of story. There's some great story points in it if you become attached to the characters from Mass Effect 1 and 2. But in the end of the day, you could easily skip it and just look up those scenes.
The Angara have been gracious.
It also
Everything's
has
going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
It also has
I've never
forking
lied to a
dialogue
director before.
trees. Oh, it's not going well. That's not good. It's got forking dialogue trees too, so if you like that sort of thing with dialogue trees, might be the game for you. It's a role-playing game with combat. Anyway, yeah. And then... Alright, and there's romance scenes in the games too. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be funny if they're called the Reapers, and they're the ones that come and plant flowers and make life happen, you know? They seed the galaxy. Well, it's true. Hey, but... Okay, and then, yeah. I might look that up. The, what did you call it? The game? Oh, right there. I just can't read it for some reason. Turing test, right. The one that, to tell if something is truly sentient or not is what the Turing test really is. They use it on machines, and they say some of them can pass it, some of them can't. Do they really pass it? It's all just questions.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya.
Hello.
I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I bet.
I assume you're trained for
This is where she
first
says she's like
contact diplomacy.
14th in line for it.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance.
The hippie effect.
Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
I think I'm supposed to have been here a long time ago, because everyone seems very, like, grumpy with the Angarans, and last time I spoke, the Moshai was very happy with me. I've helped secure, like, 3 of their worlds. Wait, hold on. Is the Turing test that, I might have actually seen somebody play through the Turing test. Okay, no, it's a first-person game, right? The Turing test game? No, I haven't seen somebody play through that. I might give it a go. I might give it a go. A poke. A pokety poke poke poke. Not today, of course. Another day. When... Oh, wow. Huh, they changed that. 1 second here, guys. Got DLC, huh? Yeah, I might give that a go another day. Scanner Sombre. Oh, is this where, the whole Doppler effect thing? I might give that a go for sure. I mean, that catches my eye even more. That thing, if that's a Doppler effect thing. From Dear Esther, I really like Dear Esther, even though it wasn't much of a game. No, maybe it's not the Doppler thing, but it's still interesting. Oh, it's where you scan with the little hand thing. Right, interesting. Boop. Yeah, I might give that a go. Price is a lot cheaper. Well, it's half as expensive as the other one. Okay, let's see. I'll see if I can get on Keymailer as well. In case, yeah. I'll request a queue for that, see if that shows. Because I would definitely play that on a stream. That thing looks awesome. Okay, let's see here. Let's get back to game, shall we? Uh-oh, I've messed up. Okay, let's look trouble, tell me what's going on.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops.
And
He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure.
Glad they
Sorvis
like
is
the
an
tanks.
excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
That was the third time I'd recorded that video too of the tanks. The first 2 times I wasn't happy with it, but the third time I did forget to show variants because I had like a more vanilla one. It still had my cockpit mods and the hinges, but the turrets were all vanilla, and I had a few others that just had guns on them. You might see it in the background of the video I put out, as well as some other little vehicles floating about. Yeah, I completely forgot to show those. So maybe I'll make another video on those. I also tried out some super simple AI on it, just telling it to go between different points today after I put the video out, and
I can go settle things.
I didn't do
I'm a
it so
friendly
well.
face for both sides.
It just went.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
And never came back down. Okay, future plans, initiative visions, or visitors.
How many of our people
visions.
have they lit into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars.
Scholars,
The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
That is huge. That's
It's more
insane.
than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits,
No,
but I'm holding my
no,
ground.
do not.
We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
No, I don't have downward thrusters on them, I don't think, so maybe that's part of it. It's like Tan wants us to have social visits. It's like, are you crazy? This is Aya. This is where their species, like even their citizens want to live here, and if they do, they can only live here for a certain number of years before they have to leave because there's just enough space for enough of them. Crazy that they're even letting so many of our people here. Not her, but hers.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for.
That might be
it's
it
what
then.
we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
Alright, let's see. Other problems, other
Aside from
quests we could
Sorvis
get
Len,
right now?
Is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes.
Oh, shit.
Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus.
Aya
He
natives?
thinks
How
it
about
will
Angara
deepen Our
natives?
partnership. A few Angara expressed
Not Aya
interest,
natives.
but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
This is stupid.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
No. Stupid. See, that pisses me off. Like I just said, they're each given, like, they're lucky to be given a couple years where they actually get to live on Aya. So the idea that any of them would pass up their time on Aya, come live on the Nexus, is just crazy to me. Pull somebody off of Kadara or Eladin, you know, these salt worlds or whatever. Or Vold, even the ice world. Don't pull somebody who's already here unless they're about to leave
I'm
here
here if you need
naturally.
anything.
Naturally. The Nexus is sort of like the Citadel. Remember how I mentioned in the previous games they had the Citadel where all the species came together? The Nexus is something, the huge structure they brought from the other galaxy. This is actually a hologram or something, glass hologram of the Nexus. And it's basically the main command structure for the Andromeda Initiative. All the Milky Way species that came over to this new galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, this is where we operate out of. And there's arcs that connect to it. I know, it would be awesome. I'm just saying that Aya is such a... You know, it's like their home, their one beautiful planet they have left. And so many of the Angarans often speak of this planet as where they wish they could live here, or they used to live here, but they could only stay here for a number of years. Like that one woman on Vold, where she grew up on this planet but had to leave. So I can't imagine them being like, okay, well, I'll only get 4 years here, but I'm going to give up the 4 years to go live on the Nexus. And yes, the Nexus in a lot of ways is better than this place. But this place has such historic meaning to them. What, really? That's it?
The ambassador's messages are overflowing again.
Alright, that's all you do, huh? You just do. Oh, look at my trouble. Trouble. Boop. I don't diddly do. Spaceships! Mm-hmm.
I'd
Yeah.
volunteer to live in another colony, but the options are terrible.
That's kind of the point. To give others a chance.
See?
Too bad Kadara doesn't play along. Weather's not bad there.
I'll take crappy weather over getting knifed.
This is where they're talking about leaving this planet so that others can have a chance to come here, because it's like the only livable, tropical, pretty place in the whole bloody galaxy, or at least this cluster in Andromeda. Most of the galaxy, I suspect, is overrun and controlled by the Ket, and these idiots just don't know it. Their stupid little cluster is apparently probably protected by the same thing that destroyed so much of it, the, what do you call it? The Scourge. Giant dark energy tendrils that are, for some reason, spread out in this area. Really care to talk to you guys. Bye. Yeah, I don't know if the Nexus has much defense. Oh, you're the scientist who caused trouble,
I
right?
can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Simmer down, I'm here to help.
Ease off, I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me.
I bet it
I
was
asked
just
him to move,
completely
and he got
innocent.
nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
What else did he say? We need the whole story here.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a Ket. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes.
But he didn't actually
The
threaten
whole
to kill you.
conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I'm gonna say don't be so rude, because I bet you he was doing... The other guy's probably like, why are they selling slots on our precious and Aya planet, or Aya planet, which I should write down in my notes or else I'll forget the bloody thing, like an imbecile, to aliens. And because his friend couldn't come here, his friend got killed by the bloody Ket. It's the grease from my hands because I'm laying my hands on my sketch pad is making it difficult to write. He doesn't need a coffee in him. He's already speaking quickly. That would just completely overload him. He
I'm
needs
not
morphine,
saying you're wrong,
what he needs.
but dial it down. We're guests here.
Exactly. We shouldn't have to put up with this. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
See, if I was free to do whatever, I would go straight back to the ambassador woman and say, you need to remove Sorvis Lin from this planet immediately. Sorvis Lin, you suck. If I talk to you again, are you just going to say, what are you doing?
I've told you everything. My work is time sensitive. Stop wasting it.
My brain could not comprehend the subtitles showing up not matching with what he was saying. It was just like, oh no! Hello, museum exhibits. Display stand for... what is that? Follow of the Tempest, translate for leash. And day 45 of Revolution 826, the ship known as the Tempest landed on Aya, and our people made first contact with sentient life from another galaxy, a human called Pathfinder Rider, Vetra, a Turian. That does not look like our ship properly, I don't think. Looks much more subtly streamlined.
Oh, you're here. Welcome to my favorite place in the galaxy.
Can you see I completely forgot everyone else's name there? I was like, Vetra and... bleh. Drac, Turian, Krogan, who else we got? And a bunch of other boring humans I've forgotten the name of. Cora, human person who fought with Asari. Oh shit. There's the medical woman, the Asari, the other dude who sent the car through space. Exhibit. First guy with the Ket varied among our homeworlds. While the Ket sought to confuse Harvala with silence, they murdered the ambassador of Vold. They turned our worlds against each other and took advantage of confusion and chaos. It is important for us to learn from this moment and remain united. Ruby. Ruby. Are you just a person here? Scan you? Hello.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
I'm gonna be freaking honest, there's no guarantees. There's never any absolute guarantee. But what I will say is it will be relatively safe. So far we've seen very little signs of racism on the Nexus, so everything should be fine. But you never know. A lot of your concerns are very valid, particularly bacteria and viruses. I don't think you'll have to worry about other people harming you, though. As long as you be cautious, as long as you make sure you monitor your own health, you should be fine. See, where's the middle option? Where's the middle option that says everything I just said and then leads back to you bet? So, not you bet, but you should be fine. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees! I can't make a you bet guarantee. I'm not gonna lie. It should be safe. See, this is what I don't like in this game. There should be three options here. You know, the middle line where nobody can absolutely guarantee it, but you should be alright. The, yeah, you're fine, and the, can't promise you nothing. Give me the one that...
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
Okay, that is close enough.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
See, that is where I wouldn't have had any freaky deaky Dutchness if they would just told me what the actual text on that was going to be. Like, I don't know, I think Witcher 3 does that. I know the Skyrim games did that. I think even Horizon Zero Dawn does that, I think. But a lot of games where you mouse over stuff and it tells you what the exact dialogue is going to be. Deus Ex, I think, did that. I think they did, at least in the first of the reboots. But that's what I want. We scan our own little display. Keep pinging here like there's something to scan. It's driving me nuts. I know we got someone else to talk to in there, but oh, fruit. Fruit. I'm so hungry.
Ryder,
That was a weird
the
sound.
plants you sent. Good news, they're edible.
So we can grow them on the Nexus?
Not just these. If the genetic makeup is similar, most of the food on Aya could be edible. But I need to be sure. Get a sample of fruit from the market.
Shoot. Okay, we'll get a sample. Didn't expect something to come of that. And yeah, Mass Effect 3 did have pretty god-awful options too. It was basically like, well, nobody ever went with the middle ground, so we're just going to go with this option or that option. This one, though, I think suffers from that in the same, but luckily that option I chose pretty much was everything I wanted to say, but like I said, didn't tell me it was going to say everything I said. It just said, not really, no. This friend is from a wall, government's public residence on Bold. Destroyed by something I didn't read. Oops. I want to talk to you, though.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
I found an artifact!
I picked this up. Any idea what it might be?
It'd be so cool
How
if
in
you
the
actually
skies did
picked
you
it
find
up.
an Angaran star map? One that still works, even. It must be pre-Scourge. If we analyze it, we can learn where our people traveled before the Dark Age.
Have Angaran traveled far? I don't know!
Do you
now
know
we might
much
be able to
about where
find
your
out.
ancestors traveled?
No, not at all. The Scourge wiped out nearly everything. We're only just beginning to travel again.
Could they have made it to another galaxy, like us?
It's possible. For all we know, there are entire Angaran worlds beyond our reach.
I'm just going to copy down my notes from the red paper onto my actual sketchpad notes here. So 600 years ago, the Remnant appeared. That's what they say at the beginning of the game, that this structure is 600 years old or something like that. 400 years ago, the Scourge appeared. Oh, for God's sakes, I messed up my own bloody notes and not doing it chronologically. 600, 500, 400, 75. Okay, so 75, 600 is the remnant appearing. How old did she just say? This was before the Scourge, so that would be 400 years ago. And the Ket only showed up apparently around 75 years ago, which is insane. It's like one generation. And then also 600 years ago, though, that one city where we found the AI sunk. So why did that sink? That sunk before the Scourge even showed up. So that does make one think that the remnant devices must have malfunctioned, caused the environment to go wonky, then caused the Scourge. Butters. Okay, anyway, I found another artifact. How you doing?
I picked up this figure earlier. It might be Angaran.
This is unfamiliar to me. It does resemble an Angara, but it looks so strange. It's clearly centuries old. Is it an artistic interpretation, or is this what we really look like? The implications. Pathfinder, you may have discovered our earliest artifact yet.
Nope. Maybe it's not Angaran?
Could it be a relic from another culture?
The technique and material matches other Angaran relics, and you found it in one of our worlds. But perhaps the depiction isn't an Angara. It could be a deity of some sort.
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses an Angara's body energy to produce music.
Tell me you're gonna play
We have
it.
them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
I wish I could just say you'll get it back. Trust me.
You're already
Find
rebuilding.
something to rebuild.
Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us. You've given me more to study than I ever expected. I've got a lot of work ahead. Thank you for your help, Pathfinder. I'll let you know if I discover anything.
Wait, what? Didn't I still have more artifacts
Good
to
to
give
see you again.
Have a drink with me. I thought I had another something. Okay, guess not.
I should get moving.
Come back soon.
Hashtag flirty flirt. I will not click. We have super duper Turian.
Really is something.
Avela thinks it's an ancient deity.
Something about it calls to me, like a friend.
There's nothing on the plinth, right? There's nothing there. Here's this. So what is this now? Pottery fragment is believed to be a ceremonial decoration from ancient Tempest Hall on Harbarl. Temple Hall on Harbarl. Well, we don't know this there. Remnant device is still functional. May convert rock and sand into nutrient-rich soil. How? I'd like to be able to see that thing. Oh, look, PB. By the way, you were mentioning their electrical voices. Turian voices, I find, are much more often almost mechanical. I love Turian voices. Boy, like 1 trillion women, I think, fell in love with Garrus, and also I was like, Garrus is awesome! I think everyone was like, he's either your best buddy or you fell in love with him. Because Garrus was just too cool. Brains are too cool.
All this stuff. The Angara sure do have a rich culture and blah, blah, blah.
Geez, shit. You been drinking? I'm gonna ask that.
You're sauced, aren't you? What's your poison?
I visited that cafe the Angara consider a bar. Asked for their hardest stuff. It was weird, which I like, but had almost no punch.
And then it hit you slowly.
Lightweight. Whoa.
Steady now.
That stuff must have a slow absorption rate. Whoops. Oh, writer. It's just... This museum reminds me of being on Haitiana during my indentured service as a student.
Indentured service.
They even have a whole section on the Remnant. I didn't come to Andromeda to follow in someone else's footsteps.
Standing in the shoulders of greatness, dang it! Govern.
Don't worry, PB. The Angara barely have a foothold. Sure, they live among the ruins, but they haven't seen what we've already seen.
You might have a point there. Bet nobody here has ever outrun an ancient vault purification field, huh?
Nope.
Or spat in that Archon's ugly mug and lived to talk about it? That was nice work, by the way.
Thank you.
You're right.
Not sure why, but ever since I packed up my apartment on the Nexus, something's crawled under my skin.
Did you bring
But
a bug
whatever
back
it
from
is,
your apartment?
I promise. I'll get over it lickety-split.
I want to say good. Well, that's nice to hear. That's good to
Be
hear.
sure you do. You're a handful, even sober.
It's true. By design. Makes people less likely to try to handle me. Think I'll stay in your operation a little while longer.
Yay. I wonder if you could actually... That would be cool if you could actually lose her and other people. Any of this we haven't scanned? I mean, I don't think so. Re-Scourge, yeah. Okay. Let's go out of here. Open door. Let's go to our right. We got an email from PB now, huh? And why are we doing this, you ask? Why are we running this way? So we can turn the frack around and go back to where we just were and hope it's unloaded and reloaded the museum now, and we might actually be able to see whatever it is we just dropped off that those two were talking about. The thing that they said, is that what we really looked like years ago? Aha! Yes, it worked. What the hell? You look like that now! Except for maybe a little less cool. A little bit more human in the hips, I think. Still mostly the same. Yeah. This carbon dating predates every artifact we've discovered. Carbon dating indicates it is only a millennium old. Hold on. I need to do a derp search real quick. A period of 1,000 years. So that contradicts what we've heard as well. Because they said they evolved in the runes, or in the remnant structures, with the remnant structures around them. So this statue predates their evolution, predates their known existence. Millennia is in the 1,000, a millennium old, still only a millennium old. Yeah, that also does mean, yeah. Early deity whose identity was lost in the Scourge. Yeah, maybe. The heck is this thing? Is that the instrument? Scourge's instrument, yeah. Well, it no longer works with your bioelectric energy. So maybe they went ahead and, maybe the Angarans made the remnant and then got themselves wiped out. We can open this now?
Ever should have come to me.
Shh, Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
Axel, you're the one we were looking for some reason I can't remember. Yay! Be honest.
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I'm different, even though I
want
did
to be
help
allies.
Sloane Kelly.
Equal allies.
You don't even treat your own equally. Isn't that why the Krogan left?
How did you...
And we've got them back now?
You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough.
The Ket were clever,
Trust him,
ha ha ha.
Siobhan.
And now we've snuck into your stuff.
Axel.
Whee, ha ha.
He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
There's hope. We have to stop him before he sets off whatever bombs he's trying to sneak into our ship, though.
I want to believe that, but his
Hey, Kojak,
hatred
I'm doing
towards
good.
aliens.
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Everything gonna blow up! Boom! Sorry. I get scattered. Vault plans. Okay. So yeah, it is, silly that it's only 1,000 years old. That's what they were sort of saying, because, evolution usually takes millions and millions of years, which, just adds more to the idea that the Remnant made their species. Because the Remnant devices on the planets can actually alter genetic code and cause stuff to grow and change. So they probably made them evolve. Now, given the fact that the Remnant are supposedly only 600 years old, leads me to think that either the Angarans existed before the Remnant structures and they built them to colonize the whole sector, or someone else, maybe an alien species, was actually sculpting out the Angaran figurine, was like, I want a species that looks like this, and decided when they finally did build out this area that that was what they were going to make. A bunch of different interesting ideas. Starting to make more sense, it is.
You did it.
Also still
Infiltrated
crazy,
the
but
Archon's vessel and returned victorious.
damn, I'm good. And I got more than relics. I saved some of our people.
Colony ships from the Cat.
You're
And
getting a
beat
taste
up
of the
the
war we fought
troublemakers.
for decades. With the relic in your possession, you'll be able to find Meridian and answers.
42,
I envy you.
Excuse me. Is he going to ask,
My
can I get a
translator
title?
doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai has its uses.
It would appear so. Thank goodness we're friends.
I'd like
with
to know
you.
more about you.
What about me
Don't you have
intrigues you?
Huh? The fact that you can open doors for us?
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imaginable. Then I got home and saw my backlog. A Valek comes in every so often asking if I have a second. At this rate, I'll never catch up. To answer your question, I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
Everything and nothing. Alright.
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
Do you have genetic memory, like that one quest suggested, or was it in the device and it just implanted the memories? Either way, there's a possibility that you could transfer memories more easily. You could really have your people learning things much quicker.
Are you originally from Aya, or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
Like most of your species on Aya.
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
Does he really talk in his sleep? Because that could be a useful way to get information from
When the
him.
Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds,
Gone.
what do the Angara
Oh
want?
my god.
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As
There'll
for
always
me,
be an enemy to fight.
maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
They still don't see. The thing is, it was shown to us in a cutscene that the Ket basically control more of the galaxy, and they're going from sector to sector, converting everybody to Ket and taking useful genetic traits and moving on. The main characters still don't seem to know this. They still don't realize that, yes, you're safe in this one little cluster inside of the greater Andromeda galaxy, but there could be just an endless army of Ket. I don't think you're ever going to be able to defeat them. Even if you defeat them in this small patch, they could just be everywhere outside.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
Finally, somebody does seem to realize this, even though she's the one that just mentioned once they're defeated. Alright, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
Best way would be to unlock... Blah! She just walked right through me. Unlock the memories that the Ket might still have locked away somewhere. Make them remember who they were before they became Ket. Begin dictation. Not being dictation. That's not even English. You like her eyes? Yeah, their women do have, well, I don't know about that guys, but I know their women have pretty beautiful galaxy eyes almost. Their heads do seem a bit big at times though, eh? After years of staring at these vault plans, so much of it still remains a mystery. Not that we haven't tried. Still, after what happened, maybe it's best to leave the vault alone. Now. Are you talking about, like... What do you mean what happened? The people getting stuck in stasis? I don't remember anything else really terrible happening. We've been so long on IS, striving to learn what we can about the Remnant on their amazing constructs. I see our future in these Remnant plans. Call it intuition. Scientific intuition, if you will. But I've marked it down here for posterity. We'll see what unfolds. Okay, Shalish. The question isn't how the Ket genetically modify us, but why. If exaltation is their reproduction process, Ket are a model of inefficiency. If they can transform one life form into something so radically different, then surely the Ket must be capable of creating clones. Wouldn't that provide more satisfactory results, especially for such a xenophobic culture? Yeah, you'd think so. The goal of incorporating useful genetic material from other species into a baseline Ket genetic material doesn't fully explain the level of effort they expend. Exaltation is a lengthy, labor-intensive activity. What I witnessed at the facility didn't feel like mass production. It was almost religious. So they do have a religious urge not to wipe out the whole galaxy and replace them with a Ket, but to change them into Ket to rise them up. I do kind of like that quite a bit. I do wish they make clones, though, for their soldiers. That way they wouldn't be killing so many of their own people and the people they intend to save. I mean, it doesn't do you much good if you ascend somebody to save them and then send them out there just to be shot by other people that you still want to ascend. Then again, I guess the Ket did probably millions, if not billions, of, I left out a word that didn't I? Probably already ascended millions, if not billions of... Thought we already came in this way from another way. Okay. Millions of billions of Angarans before we even arrived, considering most of their society's been annihilated now and lost over time. Over time. You know, they lost over time. Kinda like what the Borg do, yeah. Except for the Borg only need like one Borg unit to get on board a ship and somebody in the neck, and then it's nothing else. The Ket apparently need this huge facility and all that. I think we've actually gotten all the artifacts, if not all of them. What the hell is this? Oh, is that the galaxy map? Yeah, Angarans get visual logs of their routes and discoveries. While most were destroyed in the Dark Age, this star map displays limited data on several star systems. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Oh boy, we got some quests we missed. Oh, I gotta talk to them. Let's go this way and then we'll work our way back again. To the right, open the door. To the right, open the door. To the right, open the door. Did we talk to you once before? You scanned us, didn't you? Has anything interesting happened?
You have questions? Be quick.
Nope. Nothing new. Talked to you ages
Thanks
ago.
for your time.
Nothing new.
Yes, yes. Go.
New. Oh, there's new messages. We have to take these. Reports continue of hostile activity by scavengers and raiders throughout the Eladin system sector. All spacecraft are advised to avoid traveling via established routes as these seem to be well known to the attackers. Please contact Port Captain for updates, safe nav points through the Scourge. As an additional precaution, do not share your travel itinerary or nav point route to anyone, with anyone, who doesn't need to know, for your protection and theirs. Okay. Members of the Elgar and Gis bloodlines have announced they are joining. The union has occurred because of marriage between sons from each family. The family expresses great happiness at this joining and are consulting on an inclusive name for their newly extended bloodline. Between sons from each family. So, I guess homosexual marriage? Alright. It's just strange to hear bloodlines and mixing of bloodlines if there isn't actually going to be an offspring to it. I mean, because they're talking about, name for this newly extended bloodlines, but the bloodlines in theory wouldn't extend if they are both males. Maybe this a son from this one married into this one, a son from this one married into that one. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. The Nexus Ambassador has announced the delivery of 2 gifts to Aya. The first is a cultural and historical exhibit of artifacts from the Milky Way galaxy. The second gift is one of the Omni tool devices used by the Pathfinder, which we have been encouraged to develop for our own use. Severe weather reminder. The Governor's Office reminds Aya citizens and visitors that we're entering the cycle each year when weather patterns become unpredictable. Take precaution against the possibility of sudden and severe thunderstorms. Oh, the pointless microphone right here, this little guy. I got this headset as a Christmas gift from my folks because I thought this would be a better microphone. It's the same one as far as I can tell that the Sark dude, Mr. Sark, and then the Sea Nanners guy, they use it, as well as the people in the Star Citizen community team whenever they're doing live streams and stuff and there's a lot of background noise. So I got this thing, but I found that unfortunately it picks up tons, and I mean tons of mouth noise, like the lips going slappity slap. But like even like you're not hearing anything right now, that thing would pick it up, and it was driving me absolutely insane. So I went ahead and plugged back in my old microphone. Now I will still use this microphone if I ever do anything VR related, because even though I have a Vive, the microphone inside of the Vive, it's decent, but I end up blowing air into it too much, so you get a lot of puffing sounds, so it's just worthless to me then. I think because I end up going and the air goes straight up and into the headset microphone. So I'll use this if ever I do a video with the headset or stream with the headset on. I will use this microphone for that. Unfortunately, the microphone itself does not appear to be removable, so that's why it just sits here hovering like that little thing on top of Boba Fett or Jango Fett's helmet. There you go. Now you know. Throat microphone. Throat microphone. Oh, yeah. If I get Scanner Sunbright, if it's got VR support, we'll play it in VR. How about that? I mean, you'll have to see. I'm a little pudgy.
You are awesome, dude.
Pinch 256, 256. Double that, you get 512, don't you? Yes, and then you get 1024. Textures. Okay, thank you for that, Finch. Thank you, much appreciated. Thank you a bunch. But yeah, yeah, if we do play that, we'll play it in VR for sure. You'll just have to deal with a slightly pudgy Sage moving about. And of course, then I won't be able to see chat, so who knows, but we'll try to figure something out. Yeah, I watch Nanners sometimes. I haven't watched him so much because he hasn't been putting too much out. Really like Mr. Sark because of his style and his editing style. He's quite the incredible person. That Sarky. I love watching his stuff. I mean, I'd love to be half the editor he is. He's just incredible at his editing skills. Great. I mean, Funhouse, I think, learned a lot from him. Similar editing styles in a lot of ways, but they have more Photoshop interjected. I don't think a throat microphone will work too well for me, because the beard and whatnot and the hair. I think it would probably end up bumping it, even if it's designed to just pick up the vibrations sort of from inside your neck. I don't know how it would work. I've never seen anybody really use one on YouTube or anything like that, so I'm not usually a pioneer on, oh, what should I use for this or that. It's usually I'll see, okay, that's working well there, that's working well, let's try to use those. Because that seems those are the things I'm liking the most from watching other people's content. So, we'll use that one. Thank you for the beard compliment. I've never really gotten the Soviet Womble too much. Anyway, let's, Resistance scouts on Vold reported a Ket attack on Dar, whatever that was destroyed. Yeah, and the whole place was wiped out. We actually went there last time we streamed this game, I believe. Exact casualties are still being calculated. If you are from Harval, Harjarl, whatever the heck that name is, I cannot pronounce, or have family there, please contact Urok Bosson in the governor's office. Nutrient haste processing breakthrough, not breakdown, breakthrough. Teams researching food processing discovered an improvement to refinery techniques that will yield a 15% increase in caloric values and better preservation of the original ingredients' flavors. That's unheard of. Get more calories and flavors? Well, I guess maybe that is heard of. It's not preserving flavors and preserving its longevity. Doesn't seem to have lost any longevity though, eh? Statement from the Moshai. In answer to persistent public inquiries regarding the health and status of Moshai Sefe, she has released the following statement. Thank you to everyone who has expressed concern for my well-being. Rest assured, I am currently hard at work with the Milky Way visitors to eliminate the Ket threat and restore peace to our people. Doesn't at all address her health. Not one bit addresses her health. It just says she's working hard. She could be dying and she's still just working hard. It didn't at all answer the question and the concerns. That's funny. Oh, alright. Seems like it's more of like a military thing, those throat mics. Recent videos on Volt have spurred renewed public interest in joining the resistance. Volunteer signups increased 500% over last year. Evra D, name is long, encouraged everyone, regardless of age, talents, or experience, to submit to a resistance recruitment screening. Scourge strikes on southern Havarl. Archaeologists working at a dig site on Harvarl on a southern continent, Harvarl's unsettled southern continent. I've never heard of an unsettled continent. Never heard of that. Were forced to abandon their camp when a freak tendril of Scourge energy pierced the atmosphere above their location. No injuries were reported, but the team lead stated the groups lost years of research in the event. Kadara Port Travel Advisory. Cargo ship and transport vehicles crews are reminded that Kadara Port remains a high-risk travel zone. No official business has been sanctioned with the deserters, and contact with the Milky Way immigrants living on Kadara is strongly discouraged. Still not on exactly peaceful times with them. Great. Well, the thing is, the Ket never actually seem to have told anybody they're trying to make everyone better. They just capture people, kill some of them, use some as slaves, and some of them, apparently tons and tons of them in the past, get ascended to these new species, but they never tell them that, and they usually wipe most of the memories of the previous ones. It's kind of weird and odd, and does make it like if you're wiping out everything that the person used to be, what's the point of that? And presumably taking all the genetic traits you do like and integrating those back into the already existing Ket elsewhere. I'm assuming you're doing this through genetic manipulation, like CRISPR or something, but for living, already existing, fully developed organisms. Very odd it is. The volcanic mineral springs at Dar have been declared safe and are now open to the public during daylight hours. Bathers are encouraged to spend no more than 2 hours in the springs to alleviate the expected demand. Alright, so there's gonna be a lot of people. Also, it just hit me talking about hot springs and stuff. When we were up that mountain with Vetra, and they were talking about the view, it focused on Vetra, which I thought, okay, that's sort of like a check out that view angle, except for, you know, Turian and the hips weren't as wide as we expected for Mass Effect 1 and 2, blah blah blah. But it also just never actually panned the view out away from them. Even at the end there, it just sort of panned up, if I remember. So I just hit me that it's funny, it never actually showed the view from up on the mountain. Yeah, preferences, desires, goals, exaltation just gets rid of who you were previously. It's almost like, what's the point of it? Exalting somebody. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Like, if you're just taking the genetic traits, why not just take the genetic traits you like and integrate it into your already existing population and do the clone thing? It is interesting. Hopefully we'll get some answers. Have a new life! New life's only half off. Half off of your old life? No! Half off of your family's life. Because we're gonna kill half of them. As an equinox approaches, Aya will soon transit away from its sun for a cycle. Tomorrow night, families are encouraged to celebrate this moment. Remind your loved ones of all you have. Make room at the meal table for those without family of their own. Never forget that the sun always returns to us. Because I think Aya is actually a moon around a planet. Famous musician and humorist, some huge name I cannot pronounce, and one little tiny name that I think is Loa, will perform his acclaimed soliloquy and original composition, The Farmer of Harvarl, to raise funds for scientific research of our original homeworld's fragile ecosystem. Julio. Hey, you wanna go live on the Nexus?
You remember the Ket's arrival?
Oh, no.
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
Wow. Oh, it's so cool, actually. I find it's so cool. It's like they went there and like, you are all meant for greatness. We will ascend you. It's so very interesting. I do wonder if the Ket leader hadn't become distracted with the remnant devices and trying to control them, I wonder if he could have very easily taken over this whole sector already and then worked on the remnant devices. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I wonder if some of their politicians even knew what was happening maybe in the long lost days, where they were talking to them and basically said, look, we're going to ascend your people, we're going to make them Ket. Look at the lavish gifts we give, this is how all of your people shall live. Except for, of course, I don't really like the Ket art style.
When I saw you walk with Paran through our city, I hoped that the guards would kill you. I will never trust outsiders again.
Well, I don't blame you. Fast travel station, let's see. Oh right, I was supposed to be scanning people too, wasn't I? Scan resistance members, I guess that would be the resistance, resistance in here. Might be a while before we see a Ket again, so I'll just Google one really quickly. Okay, Google. Thanks for not showing me images. I googled Ket, and the images button wasn't even there. Here we go. This is a good enough image. That's what the Ket look like. That's their leader. That's sort of a standard Ket. These guys, this guy here and this guy here, they used to be the Engar, the sort of bluish, purplish aliens we're talking to around this place. That's what they get turned into. Him, I'm assuming he was something else before becoming Ket, but I don't think he was one of the ones from this section of the galaxy. There's a few other different looks as well. I would never say never. Yeah, would have never said never. Yeah, he's still messed up if you think about it, especially finding out that, and sure enough, the Angaran are being turned into Ket. That old statement is probably really messing with his head, because now he knows that that guy bent down to a child and said, one day we're going to change all of your genetic code, strip away your memories, and turn you into a creature just like me. Okay, you got information on me? Yeah, I thought there was an interaction thing right here. It looks like there's an interaction thing right here. Look at the little map thing at the top, the compass pointing right here. We walk past and turn the camera. Definitely right here. It's this guy. Nope, nothing. Can't talk to you. Okay. Toodles! Hey, Resistance members, how you doing? Okay, doing good. That's great. They're great. Alright. Hi, just scanning everything. Hey, how's everybody doing in here?
You did good in that last fight.
I got wounded on my first mission and pulled from the roster because of it.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Protecting the fields is important. Without food,
Everyone suffers. But yeah, indeed, he did have those tubes on his suit, didn't he? Their leader. It does make you wonder if, was this just the guy here?
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I do wonder if he would just... Oh look, there's Ket right there. We could have seen them in the game. The holographic ones. Because these guys are training against them. You can see a bit of what they look like.
You couldn't knock out a scuttler with that.
Anyway, for the third time, don't know what those tubes would do. Maybe he needs something to keep him in sync, or so he's always genetically upgraded.
You want an apology for what I said to him?
Nope, I'm here to listen because he seems like a total
one
asshole.
side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on.
Yeah, that's what I was
For
talking
someone
about
to
earlier.
come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
Until your people came along. Because suddenly, our people are leaving our beautiful, perfect world and being replaced with your people. So our people who were hoping to come here can't come here. Depressing! Tell me about your friend.
You lost someone you cared about. Was it because of the Vassal?
Yeah, because Tan...
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
And then he got killed.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
It's okay. I understand this. I understand. I almost want to say make it right, because then, because all I want to ask him is, like, you just go and talk to that guy and say, listen, I would never do anything. But that other guy is such an asshole, I don't think he would actually get through his head. Maybe it would. I just saved.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Absolutely. I think I chose the wrong thing there. What does it say at the top right there? Return to ambassador. Okay, let's go game. I really don't like the way that went. Load manual save right before we walk down the stairs. Hey, how you doing? We scan you. Okay.
I detect the infrared dye Silver's men used to mark the person who
Really?
killed him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist.
I'm here to listen.
You want an apology?
I only have one.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough for someone to come.
It is funny that he
We call
says
this
it's hard to
arrangement the
explain.
Vassal. Time of change. It worked well.
You lost.
That's one. When our lead, my friend, won a place on Aya.
Sold it how?
Come.
So he says it's hard to explain, but then if I tell him to make this right, he says, I thought I already did tell him this clearly. Except for you just said it's hard to explain. Let's just go with it's okay.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
That seems better. It's minor as minor can be, but it seems better. Hello, quartermaster person.
You're back.
I'm back. Back again. You had nothing I care about. You gonna talk about anything new?
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Hi, Crystalon. Welcome back. Jade is back. Hello, friend. Oh, I just got read up to the joke about I like kits.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
Oh, sorry.
Decontaminate.
This button.
Ion console. Touch the start pad, it does the rest.
Forgot. Thought it was automatic when I touched the door. Okay, anybody got something to say down here? Oh, nothing, I guess.
Ishari.
Are you the one? Ah, see, upstairs when we couldn't figure out who the hell it was to talk to, I'm guessing it's this person.
You're not supposed to be here.
Well, you were supposed to be on 3 other planets, and I had to follow you all across your silly little spot of the galaxy. So I have something for you.
Rorik sent me to find you. He wanted me to give you this cryo bracelet.
Rorik? I don't want it.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Away.
I want nothing to do with Rorik. With any of you.
Tell me what happened, please.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
You wouldn't want to hear about it.
Try me.
I was dumped by scavengers. Outsiders who left me for dead. I thought I could come to Aya and feel safe with my people. Forget what happened. And now you're here. Seems like no matter where I go, I can't escape outsiders. All of you need to just go away and leave me alone.
I completely missed that. She was dumped by scavengers. I guess she was buddy-buddy with them, tossed away. Tell me more about the attacks. How did you get to Aya? Don't give up.
You were jumped by scavengers?
On Eladon. They said they had salvage to sell. I was stupid enough to follow them. Once we were alone, they attacked. Left me for dead. Took my ship and flew off-world.
How did you get back?
I walked. 3 hours on the dunes with a few broken ribs. Rode back to Kadara with another salvager.
I thought Aya wouldn't take anyone from Kadara.
They don't. I told them what happened and they welcomed me. Ephra took me in. He says I'm a fighter. Resistance material.
Hey!
I spent so long wanting more than what Angara Worlds could give me. I was wrong.
Well, don't give up fighting. We can all...
You can't lose faith. Some of those outsiders care about you.
Like who?
Rorik, for one. He sent me to find you, didn't he?
You went to a lot of trouble for someone you didn't know. Why?
good in us. You know, we're not all outlaws. Even some outlaws are good, so we'll do that.
Lots of us are trying to bring some good to Helios. Like Rorik. Like me.
Rorik, I should have known he'd be worried about me. Can I see that bracelet again?
Yay!
He actually made it.
He said you can use it to visit him again.
It'll take me some time, but I think I can do that. I know
Yay.
Rorik. He'd blame himself if he knew what happened. It would be better if he didn't know the truth. It's your choice, but think about it.
By the way, I mean, it's not completely her fault that she fell for a trap, you know. Just she should have been more cautious. There is blame in the person who actually did commit the crime.
I know, but I'm here now.
And you'll stay.
You know I can't.
Back to war! We've been down here before. I don't remember this, though. I can't jump on top of it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream today. You know, shorter stream. She didn't have Admiral Akbar to warn her. That's pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream today. I hate their structures. Look at this. It's just open. What's the point of the door? Get me a ladder. Hell, if I had my jump jets, I could jump up on that and then jump over that. The door's pointless. I mean, we're up in a mountain, so I guess you'd have to land up here first, but...
Is the adventure what you want? Are they kind? I worry.
Yes,
they're great.
my mother. And more. You would enjoy it too.
Anyway. Jeebus, what that? Yeah, we're gonna end the stream right here. I think my father was looking for me. He's currently attempting to repair a screened-in porch of ours that's been broken for probably over a year. Yeah. Anyway, I said I was going to stream to around 5 o'clock, and guess what? It's pretty much 5 o'clock Eastern Time in the United States of America. So we're going to end the stream right here. Thanks a bunch, everybody, for watching, and thank you a bunch. Wait a minute, we should have a new top donator. That's not updated. What? Hold on, we got to fix that. I think we got a new top donator today, didn't we? UI cannot be... Yes, there we go, I updated it. There we are. There we are. Anyway, yeah, sorry you just got here, Christolan. I'll see you about tomorrow streaming. Maybe I'll find a good stream time that works well. Just today, got that video finished and wanted to hop on here. And I've been finding that streaming from 7 o'clock to any later time ends up getting in the way with family and puppy dogs. So, probably going to start streaming a bit earlier now. Anyway, for the 14,000th time, thanks a bunch for watching. Thanks a bunch for donating. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. See you around. Bye. I go help. That movie. The wrong screen. That's the right screen. You're right, Mike. Michael Panzer did say the wrong thing. I'm not here anymore. I should click this button, eh?